Hi, welcome back. I hope you're doing great. I'm going to be doing a face of the day for you, and I'm going to be using two of my newest products that I purchased a little bit ago from Wet n Wild. One is the new matte palette for this year, and this is called Drinking a Glass of Shine. They are all matte colors. And then for the first time, I'm going to be using this Mellow Wine blush. This is my first time purchasing this, so it will be a first reaction to how I like this or if I like it. So let's get started. Alright, I have put my foundation on already, and today I just use my MAC Studio Fix. The way I like to use this is to use it with a dense powder brush. I brush it all over, and then I go back with the little compact sponge and just tap a little bit and go over the areas where I have more redness, which is usually over here in the cheeks and then on my chin and sometimes my forehead too. And then you can always go back and take your brush that you used to apply it and just kind of blend it so it doesn't look cakey or anything. Underneath that, I used my let me reach for it here, the Professional by Benefit. Been testing that out as my primer. I've clipped my hair back, and what I did before is I set my hair in some large electric rollers or hot rollers so that it would be smoothed out pretty well, and I think after I'm done with my makeup I might tease it up and fluff it up a little bit, so we'll see. And I have my mirror down here like always that I'll be looking at when I'm doing the application. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to be using my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk as my base for my shadow, and I just kind of take this and just color it on. Doesn't have to go all over because we're going to be spreading it. I take a flat brush, and there's one that I specifically like to use, and it's in my, here it is. It's the Urban Decay one. It came with a Urban Decay Naked Palette one, and I just used this to just blend this all out, and I'm going all the way up to my brow bone, all the way down here, just using it as a nice eye base. And a brush like this I find is very easy to smooth this all out without removing all of the color or all of the product, because I don't want to remove the product. And don't be worried because we're going to be covering this up with shadow, so that. Okay. Now I'm going to be taking just a regular eyeshadow brush I have here from Sephora, and I'm going to be doing a different look where I'm going to be going from dark to light. But I'm going to start first with this dark brown crease color, but I'm going to be using it in the lower part of my eyelid. Just tap it on like that. Get it as close to your lash line as you can and put it all over the movable part of your eyelid, just like that. And the movable part is basically just what it says. It's the only part of your eyelid that moves. As you can see, this top doesn't move when you move your eye, it's the bottom part. Place that all over like that. Take a little bit more and really get close to that lash line. Now I'm going to take a blending brush and I'm going to just blend that all. Then I'm going to take another brush that is just an eye shading brush by Sigma, and I'm going to take the color that's labeled eyelid, that is sort of a tanny light brown, and I'm going to put this into the crease. Tap that like that. And then I'm going to go back with a different brush to blend it. And I think I'm going to take this brush by e.l.f. It's a C brush. And I'm just going to blend that in the crease. And it might look a bit weird to you right now, but when it all comes together, you'll see how it looks. And I'm going to take a little bit more of that eyelid color because it is a light color. It's not showing up as well as I wanted to, so I need just a little bit more in my crease area. There. Now I'm going to take the brow bone color, which is this light. It sort of reminds me of the Creme Brulee by WetnWild's, but it's a little darker. And I'm going to go right into or onto the brow bone. Now I'm going to take a blending brush and I'm going to blend this area here, which includes the crease. And then I'm going to go back with this flat brush that I used to blend out the NYX Jumbo Stick, and I'm going to pick up that white on the left side, and I'm going to go as close to the eyebrows as I can. And if I get a little bit on the eyebrows, I don't really worry about it because I'm going to go back later and just kind of fill in those a little bit, and I will wipe off whatever gets on the eyebrow. And I need my mirror just a little bit closer. Sorry if I shook the camera. Like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a brush like this. This is by Sonia Kushak. It's a crease brush, and I'm going to pick up the brown, dark brown, and a little bit of the beige and kind of mix that color. And then I'm going to go a little bit into the crease on just the outer 2/3. And I'm doing that just to give it a little bit more depth. And I do have to say that sometimes matte shadows are very hard to work with, but I am finding these are very easy to work with, which is always a plus in my book. Okay, so we just did that right up to here. Okay, so we put a combination of the light brown kind of beige color and the dark brown into the crease area just up to about here. So I would say just to where your pupil starts. And I'm just kind of blending it out now using the same brush, kind of lifting it up here. And then I'm going to take this blending brush by, keep saying just, this blending brush by Sigma, and sort of clean up any little edges that maybe I went too far down. And I do have to say, besides this being a nice palette to work with, I don't see any fallout, and that's always a plus in my book. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to the lash line and we're going to put down that matte black. And for that, I'm going to use a brush that's like this. This is the Sephora eyelining brush, but you can use something like this, or I'm trying to find, here it is. e.l.f. makes a brush that is like this, that is actually a concealer brush that I don't use for concealing because it's just too small. I always use it for eyelining, so something like that. And then I'm gonna dump these little brushes because I don't use those. I'm going to pick up the black color, and then this I'm going to go across the top lash line as close to the lash line that it can, as if I was lining that line, or the lash line. And you can see. Get more of that. This color here, I would say it would be a complete dupe for Max Carbon. It is exactly like it. I have Max Carbon, and to be honest with you, this kind of goes on a little bit better. Sorry about that. Okay, so we've lined that lash line, and if you can see that, we've gone from very dark to light to lightest. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to line the upper lash line with this pencil, it's not a pencil, it's a Master Precise by Maybelline, and it's one of those like markers, like that. So take anything like that, and we're going to just go across the top lash line. I keep saying lash line. And you can flick it out and do a wing if you want, but with the shape of my eye, it's hard for me to do a wing without it looking just ridiculous on me. I've done it before, but I never liked the way it turned out, so I just follow along. And as you see, I try not to pull on my eyes as much as I can. Sometimes it's unavoidable, but when using this pen, I usually don't have to. So we're just lining that. And we're going all the way into the inner corner. Sorry, I thought that was my phone again. And I need to get a new one of these because it's getting down to the end of its life. Okay, so I lined that. I get my cap. And then I want to do some tight lining, or lining the upper waterline. So I'm going to take this by Almay. It is the Intense Eye Color, and it's the Light Interplay Technology, and it's just a black liner pencil, and lift the eye. And I'm sorry, that's not the best look on camera. And I'm going to really get in there and line that. And I like this pencil best for lining my waterline, upper and lower, and tight lining, because it's very gentle, as all my products are. Sorry, my eye. And I have to be careful because I've said before I wear contacts, so. Okay, and then I'm going to go down, and it's already traced down to the bottom waterline, but that's okay because I want to put more, or want that look, so I'm going to go back in there and line that. And this is where I like to take a little bit of the pencil and kind of put it in the corner here. I don't really flick it, I just put a little color there. And then I'm going to line the bottom lash line just a tiny bit, just to give it a little bit more of dimension. And now I'm going to go back with this brush that I used to do that Wet n Wild, the black color on my lash line, and I'm just going to blend that out on the bottom. Okay, now I'm going to stop, and I'm going to just do my lashes and fill in my brows because that just takes time, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I did my eyebrows with my Milani Easy Brow in dark brown. It's what I use all the time. And then for mascara, I used this one by Avon. And this is the Super Drama. I wanted to say Master, but I double checked. It's the Super Drama by Avon, and the color is very black. Yes. No, it's black as black. And I'm really enjoying this mascara. It's very nice. It gets right into the lashes. I'm still having a little problem with my eyelashes. They're kind of growing in the little spots that I lost some. if you wanted to, you can put false eyelashes, and if I was going out someplace special, I would probably put a pair on, but to save time, I just used my mascara today. Alright, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the rest of the face. I'm going to do a little highlighting with this Smashbox Intermix, and this is actually one of the products called the Fusion Soft Lights, and the color is Intermix. And it has a very nice array of colors that do a beautiful job as for highlighting. I'm going to take this brush by MAC. It's just a special edition small one holiday. It's the 168 SE, and I'm just going to take the brush and run it along the top 3 colors, and then I'm going to go very high here right onto my cheekbone and do this C. And then I just kind of go back and do that. Then I'm going to take the same 3 colors, tap that off, go along the bridge of my nose, and then I'm going to the bottom where I have the darkest colors, and I'm going to use those for contouring. And I contour a little bit up here, and then I'm going to get a little bit here. And then I'm going to be using the the Mellow Wine by WetnWild. And as I said in the beginning, this is my first time using it. I'm going to be using this slanted blush brush by Sigma. And I took just a little bit and then I tapped it off. And then I just kind of go like that. That's really pretty. I'm telling you, I really am liking the 2 blushes that I bought from, sorry, just mesmerized by the color. I'm really liking the 2 blushes that I bought by WetnWild, the Heather Silk and the Mellow Wine. The pigmentation is just so nice. I just love it. And then if you don't like this, it's too dark for you, you can always go back with just a clean brush, or you can go back and take a clean brush, run it over some of your Studio Fix or other powder, and just kind of tone that down. Just like that. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing a little concealer, and I'm going to use my I am not speaking right today, I'm sorry. Lasting Perfection by Collection 2000. And I just kind of do this little dot thing because it is really highly pigmented. And just using the ring finger, press it in, blend it out. And then I just kind of check and make sure that I haven't gone too far out with the eyeshadow, which I haven't. And then I take my hair down, and then, whoop, what you can do is you can take a regular comb like this and take some sections and tease, sort of give it a little bit of lift, since I have a pretty dramatic look here with my makeup, and I haven't forgot my lipstick. I just wanted to get the hair done. And then place that back. You could either comb it, brush it, or use your fingers. I like to kind of use a combination of both. And then I take this, tease that like that, flip it, take this little section, tease it, that, and then here, and down, and then I kind of use my fingers to put everything in place. And then what I would do is just put my favorite hairspray, which is by Tresemme, but it's behind the camera, and I'll shake everything if I have to move it. Okay, so now lipstick. I think with this pretty look, I'd like to go with a red, but I don't want it to be very, and I have to reach anyway, a very bold red. So I'm going to go with this lip butter by Revlon, and it is the Candy Apple. And when I use this red, I don't use a lip liner, but for the sake of, let me see. Yeah, I usually don't use a lip liner, so why show it to you if I don't do it? Now, other reds that are bolder and more full color, I will use a lip liner. But this time, like I said, just using this. This is a very, it's hard to talk and put lipstick on there. This is a very pretty red if you are starting off wearing reds and you're not used to something that's very bold and very bold, okay? And you want to try reds, I would suggest buying the lip butter in this color, and that again is Candy Apple. Sorry, I'm just like all over the place today. Because it's a pretty red, but it's not full on, wow, you've got red lips. Or something like a pretty red lip gloss. Elf makes some that have a tint of red. You can always check those out. Something, you know, if you're just starting out. Versus if you like to wear red lipstick all the time, then you go with something bold. Like this is a Lip Flash by Milani, and you can see it's very bold. I'll do just a swatch on my hand. That's a very bold red color compared to this, which is sort of like a lipstick combo gloss. You can see that difference in that. So this is what I would suggest if you're just starting out with reds. So I hope that you like this look that I created with the new matte palette, which is the Drinking a Glass of Shine. I always have to look at that. I really like working with this, and the blush in the Mellow Wine was very nice to use. I love the pigmentation. Give it a try, and I would suggest that you try doing the dark to light. I like the way it gives a nice smoky look, and for me, I would wear this just about anywhere. I mean, probably not grocery shopping, but if I was going to dinner, going to visit a friend, anywhere. And you can even jazz it up more with false eyelashes, a fuller red lip like the one I showed you here by Milani. And that's it. So I hope that you like this, and I'm sorry that I kind of was all over the place. I'm having a little bit of what they call brain fog today, where I have the thought in my head, but it doesn't come out. The words don't come out, and it's very common to have when you have lupus and also when you have fibromyalgia, and I have both of those. So I hope you enjoy your day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.